Well, there's a lot of interesting developments that's been taking place once TURKi announced his new promotional company with Dana White. That's when the WBC ordered Bivol versus Benavidez fight. And TURKi reaction was by stating the following, quote, "I'm no longer interested in Bivol versus Benavidez, and I will not bid on it. I think Bivol knows who has delivered for him and who hasn't. My advice to Bivol, don't be late, because every day something changes." End of the quote. A lot of people have wondered, who is TURKi talking to? Is it the WBC? Is it Matchroom and Eddie Hearn? Well, it could be the WBC. Remember, the WBC was one of the main organizations, or the only one, I believe, that said they are not going to put their belt on the line if Bivol fight Benavidez for undisputed because of the Russian and Ukrainian war. The WBC wasn't going to sanction the fight. It wasn't until TURKi came along and forced them to, due to money. Now, we all know because the rematch between Benavidez and Bivol was so close, TURKi had promised Benavidez that he's going to deliver the trilogy. Then all of a sudden, the WBC ordered their mandatory, and so did the IBF. TURKi already dealt with the IBF before, so I think he got that handled. However, the WBC, they did not want to play ball, especially after TURKi wanted to make the Ring magazine the undisputed belt in every division. TURKi, on the other hand, didn't like the corruption that's going on, since Canelo didn't have to fight his mandatory for over 3 years, aka Benavidez. Meanwhile, they want the undisputed champion Bivol to fight Benavidez now, even though he wants to close the chapter with Benavidez versus Bivol. Shortly after, Bivol posted on Instagram, "Waiting for the next move with my best team. Eddie Hearn, TURKi, Real Season, and Matchroom." Then a day later, news came out by the Ring magazines themselves that Bivol versus Benavidez is close to being finalized by Matchroom and PBC this summer for Bivol undisputed title, according to ESPN Knockout, which makes you wonder if TURKi was also referring to Matchroom and Eddie Hearn when he made that post to Bivol. Since TURKi made his announcement of launching the new promotional company with Dana White, he did say they're going to crush all the promoters, which makes you wonder, does that mean including Matchroom and Eddie Hearn? Well, TURKi can be telling Bivol, "I gave you and I delivered the undisputed fight for you, something Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, and the WBC couldn't do and wouldn't do." Last but not least, news just came out. Per Benavidez promoter, Samson, he stated that this is false. The reports of Benavidez versus Bivol fight being finalized, he said, both sides have made offers to the other, but not close to being finalized at all. Perhaps they want TURKi to step in and throw in the real money. However, according to TURKi, he's not finna do that. Listen, I'm pretty sure PBC can make this worth Benavidez wow, but I'm not sure if they can make it worth Bivol wow. At the end of the day, or at least the night, Bivol versus Benavidez for undisputed is one of the best fights in the sport and one of the biggest. However, it's not like a huge pay-per-view fight. I know for certain PBC can make it happen, especially with DAZN and Matchroom also being involved. However, this is all going to come down to Bivol. Bivol knows TURKi is offering him massive money for the trilogy, and not just that, also for the Canelo rematch. TURKi wants to make Canelo versus Bivol sometime in 2026, and that's going to be a huge, lucrative money fight for Bivol. If Bivol does fight Benavidez, which is a better fight than the Canelo fight, I'd rather see the Benavidez fight all day, every day. He knows if TURKi is not pleased, then he's going to miss out on huge money paydays in the near future against Canelo Alvarez and even against Benavidez, a fight that he really doesn't want anyways. However, he does want the Canelo fight. That being said, I truly believe as long as DAZN and PBC come up with the right offer for Bivol to fight Benavidez, he will do so, even if TURKi is not involved or pleased, since I truly believe Bivol is not interested in the Benavidez trilogy. He knows that's a tough fight. And if he goes on and fight Benavidez in a trilogy and loses, then the Canelo and the Benavidez fights are going to be off of the table anyways, at least for that year or so. Therefore, it's better for Bivol to go ahead and fight Benavidez now while he's on the driving seat as the undisputed champion, because if he beats Benavidez, then he can still go on and fight Canelo Alvarez or Benavidez in a trilogy. But if he goes on to fight Benavidez and loses, then that will be a major setback. This is all going to come down to who Bivol feels is a more winnable fight, the Benavidez fight or the Benavidez trilogy. Plus, knowing Bivol and how hard the Benavidez fights were, he probably wants new blood in there anyways. That being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.